Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to the Jeffries network on OpenTTD. Today we start at Little Flunninghead, and straight away you can see I've added a couple of little junctions in here. That's because of something that I would like to do with regards to the new link that we built in the last episode. Obviously we have these stations here at the moment. We've got Bunbourne Bridge and all the way up to Farbourne. Some of these stations I don't want every single train to stop at. So Ford Flondhattan for a good example. I think some trains could do without having to stop there. Where are you going? Where are you going, train? Why must you go the wrong way? That's really frustrating. Also, these intercities, as good as they are, and as much as I like them, I do want... Where are you going? They just keep constantly going in the wrong direction. Oh, that could be a problem. Right, let's move this signal here, and we'll pop that crossover in there. That could well explain where they're going. Right, so the first thing I want to do is this this fast service here. I want to change the service, and I think the smartest way to do that would be go in here, new vehicles, come down to the eastern one, buy, good. Now I want you to do the exact same journey as you, including timetable. Yes, good. Right, then you, and you. I want all of you to go to depot. Don't need you anymore. Simple as. There's a new express train in town. So let's get rid of these. So you are number 1. Goodbye, train. While that's going on, let's stick you there. We will move you into this new category, like that. We will clone you. Which one are you? You're over here. 2, 3, 4, and we'll set you off. So that's that done. Nice and replaced, nice and easy. And I really like the look of this actually. This is the proper BR Blue era of British Rail. Well, BR, that's what BR stands for, British Rail. But it's the proper BR Blue era, which, I mean, really, we're in the 70s in terms of game time, and that's exactly sort of the height of the BR Blue era. So I'm pretty happy with that. Right, let's... I'm going to create a new group, and I'm going to call it... oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? When something is taken out of service and sent for scrap, it has a word. I might just put withdrawn. Oh, condemned, I think is the one I'm thinking of. But we'll have withdrawn. And we're just going to move these trains into the withdrawn category. Like so. And withdrawn is going to be constantly set to send to depot. Even though it's going to keep telling me it can't do that. Right. So that's that section done. Now, once again, we are... It's a little bit of a dilemma in terms of this map. Nothing major, don't panic. But what it basically is as follows. In fact, what I'm doing right now is a key component of what it is I'm about to talk about. So we have... In fact, let's go for... First of all, let's get this train running again so it's out of the way. We have a situation, or I have a situation, where we have slow local, whatever you want to call them, stopping trains running along the tracks. And that's absolutely fine. That is exactly what I want to happen. But, and again, I'm trying to think of a way of describing this. I want to add semi-fast services, basically. That's what today's going to be about. Adding semi-fast services. But I want to do it in a specific way. So that we don't end up with trains holding each other up. There you go, I got there eventually. I'm losing my words today as well. It's not great, is it? But yeah, I want to have express trains, semi-fast trains, and 1 second, I've just realised something. Oh. Is this going to work? Basically, what I'm now wondering is, are these trains going to take the express route? I mean, it is the most direct route between Farbourne and GSJ, so they should do. They should do. We'll find out. If not, I'll have to add a waypoint in. Which, I mean, I suppose I could add the waypoint at this section here. Is there? Yeah, the signal's under there. Okay, so for the sake of argument, let's try and find one that looks pretty good for where we are. That's a good one because it looks quite simple. Or that one. That's probably a good one because it's quite discreet. So we're going to do that, and we're going to call this fast lines. Okay. So we have that set up. Right. Let me try and get my words in order, and then I'll carry on with what I was going to say. What we want is a semi-fast service to come along the express tracks here, and then just before the junction... Where are you going? Oh, you're one of those. Just before the junction here, or here is the point actually, they'll swap over onto the slow line. They'll then stop at Sinningwell Ridge East, which is kind of quite a major station anyway, because it connects Sinningwell Ridge and Hunningston. So it'll stop there, and then it'll sort of maybe every other station or main stations all the way up to Farbourne. So I mean, here's a good example for where it might stop. And in fact, I am very tempted to add a terminus platform here as well. Some kind of terminus platform, and have a crossover so that trains can head back to GSJ, because they might not necessarily... Well, I suppose it's not too far away from Farbourne. I think Farbourne will be the location of the depot for this line. You know, it's in a pretty good area. Pretty good area. So we'll give it a go. We'll see how it works. Marshalling yard. Is that the one I want? Not particularly. I really struggle at times to think what kind of track I want for these. Whoops, no, 1 and 4. Actually, no, 1 and 5. No, 4. Like so. Except I need you there and not there, because you are signal. And then depot 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the end. Complete waste of money putting those in, but I'm doing it anyway. Right, you. I want a train that can do 125 miles per hour, or one that can go as close to as possible. So let's see. You do 100. That's not bad. Actually, the Deltic is probably a good shout for this, because it's set for express passengers. So we'll choose you. And yes, I'm going for loco hauled trains. I don't normally do that, especially with passengers. I very rarely do that, but I don't know. It feels like a better option. I might just go for the articulated, you know. That is 4 exactly. So that works out quite nicely in my favour. Okie dokie, so you are going to go to Farbourne. Then you're going to... Let's say you went to Nedhead Cross, because Nedhead Cross is... Actually, no, you don't go to Nedhead Cross at all. You go to Great Bronfingburg, though. And then you go to... see, I can see Banwell getting quite big. So I'm tempted to expand the town of Banwell over the railway, like that. We will put a link here like so. And then we'll put a link here like that. Just to try and get Banwell growing a little bit. So let's actually Let's start again so I get it right. Right. So you go Farbourne twice. Between Farbourne you will go Great Bonfingfield twice. Then you will go Banwell twice. You won't stop at any of these. Actually, maybe Slanfield, because Slanfield could get quite big as well. And then you will go to Sinningwell Ridge East. And then from Sinningwell Ridge East, you get onto the main line. And you go all the way through all of this rubbish to Dartbourne, which is down here. Then after Dartbourne, you will go via Grafingfield, Waypoint. And there you'll do this twice. That doesn't work, does it? You are going to have to come off there. You are going to have to go there. Okay, so after this one, you're then going to stop at GSJ just the once. Like so. You're going to come all the way back here, down to the bottom. Once you stop back at Farbourne, you're going to go to this depot here, and then you're going to go here. Here is going to be no loading, no unloading. Like so. You're going to be service, you're going to be far end, no loading, and you are just going to be far end. Timetable, we're going to set it up as 500 all the way down the board, except for you, which is going to be 50, you, which is going to be 1500, like so. Set you to autofill. Open up this, we want SFD. So you're technically Farbourne to GSJ, aren't you? So Farbourne to GSJ, and you are how many units? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slightly unusual number, but I'll go with it. And then you go there. Perfect. We'll clone you, let's say 5 times. Get a good run going. And off you go. Now, shall I follow this service? Probably not. I want to get cracking. I want to do more things. I want to get building, guys. You know, I feel really motivated to carry on with this series now. You guys are enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this series. I think it's going really, really well so far. So, so let's keep the trend going. Once again, this episode literally picks up from the end of last episode. So some of the trains are still running on their first routes, which is why there aren't any here, for example, because they are still running their first routes. Should I have these going 100 miles an hour down this section? I probably shouldn't really, should I? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Probably have it at 70 down here. Yeah, so from... Okay, this is going to be annoying to do. So you are going to be change speed limit 70. You are going to be change speed limit 70. You are going to be change speed limit 70. All the way up to Ridge East. So change speed limit 70. Change speed limit 70. And then after Ridge East here, you're going to be 70s all the way back to depot. And that's just so that it matches the speed of the DMUs, and so that the chances of it getting caught behind won't be as great. Hopefully. Don't know yet, till it happens, obviously. I am also thinking, though, and this is just for aesthetic purposes, really. So from Farbourne, let's change you to be maximum speed of 25. And then you will be a maximum speed of 25, and you will be a maximum speed of 25. Okay, and I'll set this up to autofill again so that it will start on its second run. That should do it. Okay, so as you can see, there are some trains running. There are a few in each other's way as well, which doesn't help. But we're getting somewhere. It's not terrible. It's not great, not terrible. This station I'm going to remodel slightly as well. I'm going to do a lot of remodeling with stations, because actually, I mean, I tend to go for big stations, but they really don't need to be this big, do they? This can be easily a 5-track station and no more. So, like that. Pure and simple. Done and dusted. Literally like that. And then we'll have this be a crossover. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Get rid of that one and get rid of, whoops, that one. And the rest of those can just sort of be as they are. I'll put, actually no, let's not put that there. Let's put this one going this way. Just try and get that going. Okie dokie. Where are my fast, new, semi-fast services? Alright, you're currently stopped there. Perfect. And they're all starting to queue up, which is fine, because it's only the first one that counts. Okay. So, I mean, Farbourne is actually starting to become a fairly big town. It is, of course, on a hill, which does make future building progress quite difficult. But I think today, what we're going to do, if we don't build it, we're at least going to plan out this new main line. I'm just thinking, actually. We could have 2 main lines. One that follows the sort of the coast. Excuse me. I ate not long ago, and it's repeating on me for some reason. Right. Let me get my words in order. First things first. I can get rid of this first plan because we don't need it anymore. We've done it. We've built all the lines. God, this train's filling up quite nicely. It's got quite a nice capacity, actually. 444 on board at the moment. 452 is its overall capacity, so I'm quite pleased with that. And it toots along quite nicely. Carries passengers, which is always a good thing. There's a lot of money in passenger haulage. And yeah, overall, I am pleased. Let's draw the connection coming out of here. So that's 1 track, 2 track, 3 track, and 4 track. Now, goodness knows where you're going. You're going to go like that, and then you're going to come across like so. We're going to have one that does that, and you're just going to go there. This one, I think if I do that, and one there, and then if I just do that, that looks to be a random enough assortment of junctions so that trains can get from one line to another. So I'm quite happy just to signal that off now and sign that off and say it's completed. Where on earth are you going? Right. You're heading to Dartbourne Depot, and you're going to damn well stay there too. Which one are you? You're that one. You're stopped. You're now heading to Depot. Good. So let's get rid of this train. Cool. Right, so Fenninghead Cross is the name of this station. I might change it to Fort Betston, but although it is within the realms of Fenninghead. Also, I should do some road building here, just to make this look nice again. Just having a quick look at potential road layouts. I think if I get that away, build this bridge like so. I think actually, aesthetically speaking, bridges are very handy when you're building these stations, because the stations themselves look quite ugly, but if you put a bridge across the top of it, granted bridges aren't the most attractive thing either, but because they cover up the rail junction and all of that stuff, they do actually make it look nicer. And look at that, it now accepts goods because of something I've just done. Don't ask me what it is, I have no idea. I did something right though. Must have done. Right, so that's all that connected up. Got to connect you up, obviously. And we'll have some more bridges. If I have this run down this way like this, we'll have like a corridor of bridges that'll just come up and over the track. So we'll have one there to cover up that bit. We'll have one here. If I change you to that type, oh, that looks nice. If I change you to that type, no. Might change you to that type actually, and I'll change you to that one. It really doesn't matter. Anyway, let's do the plan list. So, new. We're adding new lines. Perfect. So we're going to have one main line that's going to come up from here, it's going to come through Fendham, and then from Fendham it's going to come through this way, but it's going to go around the lake, and then here it's going to come down, probably stopping here as well, but in a different station, and we'll have buses or something linking it up, and then New Seabourn Cross, then this is where I'm starting to struggle. Oh, there's a big town here that we want to connect to, so let's go Froningpool, and then we'll go Pondworth, and then from Pondworth we want to sort of come around the back here. Let's go Chatham. Try saying that when you're drunk. And then from Chatham, so I don't want to go to Nondinghead because I think that would be like a bus route as well. So let's say, actually let's not go to, right, start again. I want to make sure I get this right. It's all about getting it right. So Fort Betston. Yeah, first place was Trendham, not Fedham, like I originally said. Then Fedworth. And then from Fedworth... See, we're not too far from the edge of the map here, so I do have to be careful. I like the idea of it going via Great Bronfingburg, though. And then from here, I think we should come back inland. And actually, here's a good spot. Laughing Way, perfect. And then Laughing Way down via Headingworth. And then... I think if we sort of follow this basic route now, so we'll have one there, and then should we come back inland? I think we should come out this way actually, so we should go through Lenford. Again, I'm trying to avoid getting too close to the coast, so station there would be good, and then again it's going to be hard to do. I think we'll have to come round this side and then through here and then round this way, so then we go via here, and then here, obviously, and then from here, I think if we carry on, Plardinghall, Henningbury, Lentfield, Bebra, Pradinghead, another big town there, Gadhatton Ridge, Flaborough. You see, I mean, these are sort of the big towns I was looking at, but I don't want to go to all of them at this point, especially because we're sort of, this is where intercity trains will really be picking up speed and going between different sort of big towns slash cities. So we don't want to be stopping constantly. Even the stopping trains, we don't really want to be stopping constantly. And I mean, it also gives us a chance to have these smaller type towns develop as well as the line goes through. We can always add more stations in the future if we so wish. Let's go here, and then for now we'll have it terminate up here. Would probably be a good spot. So that's one line. That will be coming in a future episode. We'll be building it in sections as well. So we'll come down, maybe not even there actually. We'll sort of go to the first big town and build a station, set up a service, and then we'll go to the next big town, build a station, extend the services, and we'll keep doing that until we get to sort of somewhere where we can think that's a final terminus. So I'm pleased about that. We've got that going now. It's always good to see that going. How many people are on board these trains? 35? That's nothing. God, I expected better than that. 35, what the... That's outrageous. Okay. How many are on board you? Hang on, why are you still doing 70? You should not be doing 70 miles per hour now. Clear speed limit. Right, so you should be up to 100 now. Good. So this train, the HST is catching, but it's, I mean, there's a 25 mile an hour difference. That should be enough to see it through, although this one's caught up as well. But again, I have just changed the speed limit, which is probably to my benefit. And this section's always going to slow it down. Right, let's have a look at doing one more thing before we finish today. Dartbourne is a big town on this route. Dartbourne is going to end up being quite a big interchange station as well, I imagine. As I've already said, there's going to be another main line coming in from this side and another main line coming out this way. So we could do with making Dartbourne, first of all, the station itself could do with being made bigger, and I reckon I could add in some of these covers without ruining too much. He says as he ruins way too much. If this train gets out the way, I'll put you there, there and there, and then I'll put the same thing here. So we'll have a train shed. But again, I need this train to get out of the way. And now the the Deltic's going to get in the way as well. Fan-bloody-tastic. Okay, so that's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But let's go back to the single-sided for a second, and we'll pop you there and there. Go back to the island platforms. That first one's now moved out of the way, and there goes the second one. It's good that the HST actually went first, because that doesn't stop at the station that the Deltic's going to be stopping at. So now I can add this in, like that, and then if I go back up here, I can add pretty flower beds up here, and no one would care. Like so. And I'll leave it like that for now. That should be good enough. That should work perfectly. Okay, so we got a nice little connection going there. Someone's tweeted me. I'll have to read what that says in a second. I imagine it will be about these videos, so quite important. Right, Dartbourne. Why am I leaving Dartbourne? Dartbourne's where I want to be. Okay, so Dartbourne station is here. I want to build a bus station in Dartbourne, around Dartbourne. Because, I mean, last map I focused solely on Guardtown when it came to things like buses. Apart from Tunville, where I sort of had to because I built the station too far outside the town. So I need bus lines to connect it up. Today, I'm going to start working on a project that's going to be mass transit around Dartbourne. So I'm just going to fill in some of these roads to get ready for main construction. I think buses and trams could be a good shout for this area. I mean, buses will be more for linking up local towns. Trams could be more for linking up. I mean, there aren't actually that many towns around Dartbourne, which is a bit odd. Dartbourne itself is quite big, but then the next big town already has a train station. So this is very odd. Very odd indeed. Not quite sure how Dartbourne grew to be so big, unless it just, you could say it was one of these places that just absorbed all the towns / cities around it. Not cities, what am I talking about? Villages. Towns / villages around it. Let's do that. And then we'll put you. You go all the way up here like that. You will go across like that. That will do, I think. And I think actually we'll start off with a tramway. And there's me putting all these roads in. We're not actually going to be using buses today. We are going to be using trams. First things first, we want to put the tram stop, the main tram stop in. I'm actually going to build the tram stop on this side. Actually, am I? Yeah. I'm also going to put a station building in. Non-track stations. That does it. Right, let's go for... I like the look of Eindhoven. This one. It's not the prettiest building. But I think if I put it on the bank of the lake, like so, I think that could improve it slightly. Now I can put the tram stop there and there. Connect you up. Whoops. Get rid of you. Connect you up. Connect you up. Connect you up. Run this to here. Do that. Now this is not going to be neat and tidy either. So let's That ends up going all the way over there. Should I do suspension? Oh, wow. Yes, I'm going to say, although... it will have to be that one, but I don't like that track goes underneath. I might remove that. Then it does sort of screw me over in other areas. Is there a double crossover there? There's not. There's a single one. Okay, I'll leave it like that for now. And see how it goes. Right, this whole road section here that I've just built is going to have to be redone. So that it's on a level slope. So let's move you. Get rid of that. Move all of this as well. So you will now connect there, you will now connect there. The tram line will then connect like this, and it'll go up into the heart of the town. So I think if I have the tram go this way, this way, this way, and up to here, and I believe it will just turn around there, but I do want to put a proper turnaround section in. So I think if I carry on with that up to there, do that, and then do that. So I imagine Dartbourne will end up extending. Dartbourne Woods, it'll have to do. Once again, I don't like woods in the names of stations. It really buggers me up. I hate it. Right. Definitely going to change this one. You're now High Street. Because actually you are the main road that goes all the way through Dartbourne, so that makes sense. I need a depot. I'm quite happy to stick a depot here. Now I need me some vehicles. I do like this actually. I think this station looks a lot nicer now than it did at the start of the episode. Let me grab some vehicles. Let's do it by passengers, cargo type, cargo capacity, not type. What am I talking about? So all the Tartras come top. The twin car. I think we're gonna have to go for the twin car again. I don't even need that now. So you, right? You're gonna go Dartbourne. You're gonna go Dartbourne transfer. You're gonna go Dartbourne south. Dartbourne. Wait, you're Dartbourne. How are you Dartbourne? Grove Road. Right, then you go High Street. Then you go Woods. Then you go High Street. Then you go Grove Road. Then you go south. Transfer. Back to Dartbourne. And then once you go to Dartbourne, you then go here to service. Like so. I think I might need to put a little stub here as well. That will become clear in a second. Timetable, you're going to stop for 125 days at each of these, including depot. Back to orders quickly, because I've got to make sure you're set to service. Yep, you're set to no loading. Good. Set you to autofill. Pop you in a group. Put you under Dartbourne Tram. No, not Dartbourne. Dartbourne. Dartbourne Trams. There we go. So for now, you will sit quite happily in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Off you go. Off all of you go. Alright then guys, well that just about does it for today, unfortunately. I hate ending episodes because I always feel like we're just getting started and then it's time to end. Even when the episode is like 4 hours long, I still feel like we're only just getting started when it ends. The last thing I will do on camera really quickly whilst I'm wrapping up is just double length these. So I think these trams are 2 tiles long, or 1.5 tiles long, which does mean moving some roads, which I personally don't have a problem with. The citizens of Dartbourne might have a problem with it, but I'm okay with it. I came to terms with the fact a long time ago that I'm a demolition man. And if I'm building something, there's a very good chance that I'm going to have to demolish a lot of things in my way to make it actually happen. So you're going to go there. Grove Road is 2, you're 2, you're 2, you're 2, and this one here is of course 2. Okay then guys, all that's left for me to say now then is thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below for ideas for future episodes, and until next time, I will see you soon.